What up, y'all? It's Casper. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the movie Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Rise of the Planet of the Apes is a 2011 movie. It's rated PG-13 and it's an hour and 45 minutes. Directed by Rupert Wyatt. Well, I remember this movie actually watching it in the movie theaters when it first came out. Literally the only time I saw this movie. When I rewatched this movie, it was more because the new one just came out, just to find out that you don't even have to catch up on the old ones. James Franco was actually a standout in this one because he was actually holding it down a lot in this movie. His acting was really good. The interaction with a lot of the actors seemed like a good build-up. You could see that he's in his own direction on trying to figure things out. He got his dad getting older and older, and he's just trying to help his dad out with, what he does at work. The CGI in this movie, you can see that it's not too dated, but you can see this from that time. Whole story felt good. Then the whole environment where this movie is taking you at is very fun and adventurous, keeps you very anticipated because a lot of these chimpanzees ends up coming out of this little laboratory and then end up going to the real world. The whole storyline direction really captured my attention and kept me in tune the whole time. There wasn't really any times at all throughout this movie that made me feel like, oh, it's getting boring. There was too much actor to actor acting. This movie had good flow on just bouncing around on knowing who's involved with the movie. Caesar, played by Andy Serkis, well done overall. It doesn't have too many lines, obviously, till the end. And I remember in the movie theater actually hearing Caesar talk for the first time, and I could see why people were laughing when I saw the movie in the theaters. But I would say Caesar was actually pretty cool. Caesar actually had a very adorable look in the beginning. You kind of did want to have one for your own. And then you can also feel that Caesar is going to grow up and become something stronger, be in his own mind, and actually have to have his own environment. Good job on just progression and growth with the character Caesar. James Franco plays the character Will Rodman. James Franco did a good job throughout the whole movie. I think he really did a good job on the acting, good job on just seeing his nerves and seeing his emotion on just dealing with a lot of other actors. But one thing I did notice is like James Franco literally looked the same age the whole time. You're seeing how Caesar grows up, but you don't really see any aging with James Franco's character. You see more of the aging, and you see how time flies by with James Franco's dad. This is a movie, I think if you haven't seen it in a long time, coming back and watching it, you actually have a good time. The adventure is real. A lot of the stuff the apes are dealing with is actually interesting and is amusing at times. They are very observant with a lot of stuff. Camera direction in this movie did a good job on displaying what these apes deal with. I really like how the camera direction did capture what the science people were doing in the lab. You could see a lot of perspective, how humans really don't care about anybody but themselves when they're dealing with these animals. They're treating them literally like trash, which is kind of sad. So the lines were good for a lot of the actors. The presentation of these actors putting out these grimy, even cool, adventurous lines all fit very well. It kept the storyline flowing really good. It was really up to par where you didn't even have to get up and use the restroom. There wasn't, for me, it didn't feel like I had to pause it anywhere to be like, oh, just hold it right here, let me use the restroom and let me catch a breather. The whole build up on seeing what is going to happen at the end was very anticipated. I gotta go and catch up on the other movies because like this movie, this was literally a blur. Hopefully when Caesar talks, it's not too cheesy for anybody watching it. A lot of science is involved. You understand why they're saying it. Now being a little bit older and seeing what the direction was, it kind of makes more sense now. The music score in the background really did a good job on just more anticipation. The action was really dope in here. Very smart on how the chimpanzees and the other animals use the environment. I think the kids are gonna enjoy this movie as well because this is just a lot of cool movements, a lot of cool action scenes with the police as well, the chimpanzees interacting with them. Everybody was definitely holding it down in this movie. After my watching the movie Rise of the Planet of the Apes, out of 10 I'm gonna have to give the movie a 8 out of 10. That's my movie review for the movie Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.